Disney Lucasfilm, Disney Marvel, broken, damaged, a bust. To anyone who thinks otherwise, may I suggest you put down the pixie dust. What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you stopped by. And if you're new, hey, grab a seat and stay a while. Do me a couple favors first. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Then go next door, ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment. And if you're one of the regulars here, welcome back for another round. I ask that you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment. YouTube does love the comments. And of course, share the video out on all the socials. Okay. Quick shout out. Roman of the Empire was back on one of his streams last night. Thank you again for having me. And we're at a milestone, guys. This is video number 200. Wow, that is nuts. Thank you for everyone who has been here since day one and everyone who has jumped on along the way. Can't thank you guys enough. And let's make sure that we build this up. More eyes, bigger the channel gets, a lot more fun that we get to have. Okay, into our topic here. Lucasfilm, Marvel Studios, names formerly associated with cinematic juggernauts, now seemingly have become on life support in their current state. Under the stewardship of Kathleen Kennedy and Kevin Feige, under the umbrella of the Walt Disney Company, one studio almost from the outset was doomed to fail. The other, through creative choices, have taken these once very successful, very profitable IPs and have made them financial failures. Now, there are some out there in the media industrial complex, the access shill media, and even amongst the fandoms that would have you believe that this is simply not true. That things like profitability, viewership size, approval ratings, those don't matter. What matters is how much you enjoyed it. And that's what success is. That's what success is made of. And brand loyalty, that's what's successful. Or even in some worst cases, however many diversity, equity, and inclusion boxes you get to check off. That's what makes a film successful. Well, if you follow channels like this, Midnight's Edge, Valiant Renegade, WDW Pro, Culture Casino, etc., you know that's not true. Things like profitability and audience approval scores and viewership are the only things that matter. Now, not to discount enjoyment, that's a very important aspect of a film or a TV show's overall performance. But that's subjective, and that can't be measured. Success absolutely can. So, we're going to go through some objective facts of how these once powerful studios have fallen from grace. And we're going to start with Lucasfilm. Since the Disney acquisition in 2012, under the stewardship of Kathleen Kennedy, Lucasfilm has just had one failure after another after another. We'll start with her mantra: the Force is female. Kind of sets the tone of where she wants to take Lucasfilm. And as a result, you had a sequel trilogy with diminishing box office returns, including the final installment making less than half of the first installment. And I can make a case that Rise of Palpatine lost the money. We've also got projects that have been announced and never came to be. We've got the Patty Jenkins Rogue Squadron, the Rian Johnson, that round-headed simpletons announced trilogy. We had a trilogy that was announced for the writers of Game of Thrones, aka Dumb and Dumber. We had a announced Kevin Feige project. I mean, who even knows if the Taika Waititi unnamed project is ever going to happen? This got to a point where Disney had to tell Kathleen Kennedy to stop announcing projects. Kathleen Kennedy also has this habit of firing directors, most notably Gareth Edwards for Rogue One when the film was almost completed. Lord and Miller for the movie Solo, which the movie was again about 80% done. She fired them and had to reshoot the entire film. And another one, Colin Trevorrow, who was supposed to direct what would have been called The Duel of the Fates, but instead we got The Rise of Palpatine. We have a host of Disney Plus shows that just didn't hit the mark. The Book of Boba Fett, the Obi-Wan, which had much lore-breaking storylines that people began to check out, and the show following that, the competently written but not well watched Andor, Suffer. This show had such a low audience size that it, according to Samba TV numbers, it had a lower viewership audience for its premiere episode than the Marvel Disney Plus show Ms. Marvel. We had the only positive thing that there was, the Mandalorian, which had a season 1 approval rating according to Rotten Tomatoes of 92%, a season 2 audience approval score of 91%, to season 3, 50%. We had the Disney Plus series Willow, which was a feminist cringe fest that thankfully got canceled after one season. We also have the upcoming film Indiana Jones 5 and the Dial of Destiny, with a bloated total price tag nearing $500 million. This film's going to need to make somewhere around $1 billion to break even at the box office. That window of success is very small. And is there really a bigger failure than Lucasfilm? Oh yeah, it's Marvel. Now, to be fair, 2008's Iron Man to 2019's Endgame, the greatest cinematic IP of all time. No question. Since then, after removing Ike Perlmutter from any creative input in 2015 and elevating Victoria Alonso and her mentality, and Kevin Feige's own words saying he wanted to push a more diverse, inclusive, equitable storylines that would make over half of the Marvel characters female, the MCU got appropriately nicknamed the MSHU, and the results speak for themselves. We have Phase 4, where 6 films released from Marvel Studios. 1 turned a profit. That would be Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Meh. And that was in large part to the goodwill from the Sony distributed film Spider-Man No Way Home. We have a host of Disney Plus shows that just don't hit the mark. Again, diminishing viewership, and some shows actually outright attacking fans. I'm talking to you, She-Hulk. We have Phase 5, otherwise known as Phase Nosedive, where the first installment, Wasp, Ant-Man, Whatever Mania, has lost $125 million estimated. Good start, guys. Great job. And the newest installment, which should be a slam dunk, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, even that is underperforming. The chances of it getting to profitability are getting smaller and smaller. And if Guardians of the Galaxy fails, what chance does the Marvels have? You proud of yourself? Proud of yourself? Putz. Okay, so final thoughts on this. Whether it's the Force is female or the MCU, when you focus on intersectional feminism and socio-political agendas over story, this is not a winning strategy, and Disney is showing no signs of course correction. And unless they do, these once powerful IPs and powerful studios are worse than damaged. They're dead. But hey, these are just my thoughts. I'm turning it back over to you. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And again, check me out tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, over on Legion Talk for Friday night's Royal Rumble. I will see you Monday for last week's News Now. Catch you up on some stories you might have missed in the week that was pop culture. And have a great weekend, guys. But quick reminder, before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate that. I will see you very soon. Always have fun. Hashtag keep talking. And always keep that smile on your face. Toodles!